For more on why this is happening and what's going on, let's welcome in Texas Congressman and member of the Oversight and Reform Committee, Congressman Pat Fallon. Good to see you, sir. How are you?
Rob, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well. So here we go. New variant. By the way, according to the CDC, we've had over 1,000 different variants of COVID-19. You put this tweet out a day ago, quote, "This administration's COVID plan is no longer about science. It is all about control." The hysteria around the Omicron variant has been through the roof all week. Do you think it's necessary?
Well, Rob, what we know so far about the Omicron variant is it's mild symptoms. You have mild aches and pains, some slight exhaustion. It sounds a lot like the exact condition you have after a hard day's work, which may be the reason why we've uncovered why liberals are so afraid of it. It doesn't make a lick of sense. What Joe Biden has done is he's proven one thing, Rob. He's very good at more mandates, more restrictions, and more barriers to having Americans live a normal and regular life and routine. But he has taken away our liberties, but he hasn't made us any safer.
What I think is interesting, and you represent the state of Texas, so if there really is panic about this new variant, we've had, and this is that we know about, 1.7 million people have crossed our southern border illegally under Joe Biden's watch, yet we never hear anything about the southern border. And I know this is it's a frequent talking point, but new variants, these people aren't just coming from Mexico, for example. They're coming here from over 100 different countries. Maybe these new variants, and I'm guessing here, but maybe they have something to do with our porous southern border, yet that is never brought up in the briefing room. Dr. Fauci avoids it like the plague, pun intended. What do you make of that?
Rob, are you actually trying to say that you want to follow the science?
Yeah,
I mean, when you mix,
exactly.
When you mix politics and medicine, you get two results. You get bad politics and you get bad medicine. Last year, they were saying that when people were protesting the restrictions in 2020, they said that they were going to be super spreaders. But when BLM and Antifa wanted to protest, they said, well, that would be just fine. That's mixing politics with medicine. And then this year, you have the hypocrisy at an epic level. When you have Joe Biden shutting down international travel for 10 months, he just recently reopened it. Because he said it was so dangerous, we have to close our northern border. We can't let Europeans and Asians and Africans, and nobody can come to the country. Yet, if you sneak across the southern border, and incidentally, like you said, it's over 100 countries. It's 160 countries over the last year. There have been citizens that snuck across the border illegally.
Yeah,
that's just fine. And we're going to spread you, as soon as you get here, we'll spread you all over the country. That's not how to fight a virus. That's how to spread a virus.
Right. And I know you're a dad. I'm a dad. For me, it's not xenophobia. It was not racism. But when Donald Trump put the travel ban in place against China back January 2020. Look, I've got kids. I was thinking about my own family and my elderly parents. My dad had heart surgery 2 years ago. And I thought to myself, okay, using common sense, this makes sense. It's not partisan. The virus came from China. It came from Wuhan. It's a communist regime over there that doesn't give us much access to anything. Why not limit travel until we learn more about the virus? Joe Biden, Kamala Harris trying to get elected. They call out President Trump for that at the time. Now he does the exact same thing, not to one nation, to 8 African nations.
And he's applauded. So under President Trump, that was xenophobia, according to the media, whereas we know, as you just said, that was actually very good policy. But when Joe Biden does it, oh, that was a courageous move. And so I don't have any problem with, in fact, I agree that we should limit travel to those 8 countries for now. But to sit there and panic and use fear-mongering to say that this Omicron variant is going to justify more restrictions is insane. Let's look at Florida and California very quickly. Florida, they went a very different way. California is still very restrictive via COVID, and Ron DeSantis has done a great job in Florida. So you're actually safer in Florida now vis-a-vis COVID. There were, on average, about 1,470 new cases in Florida on a daily basis last month. But California, it was 6,297. So you were 4 times more likely to get COVID in California
than Florida. Such a good point. Yeah, and by the way, California largely a warm weather state. I know, there are cold weather parts of. I lived in California, I can tell you. Yeah, Florida, number 50 for new cases right now. Michigan, run by Gretchen Whitmer, a Democrat, number 1. No one talks about that. Texas Congressman Pat Fallon, have a great weekend. Great seeing you. Always nice to wrap up the show with you, sir. Appreciate it.
Rob, God bless. Take care.
All right.